y'all know this amazing epic funnel over the past 3 days. It was a pretty complex funnel, but I walked you guys through how I was able to do a little bit over 21,000 for exactly if they picked up what we was putting down. Okay, let them know, Alicia Monique. So we finished this epic funnel. I covered you guys how I did a little bit over $21,000 in 36 hours. And yeah, it was pretty complex. I know there's lots of questions, and I get lots of questions about people wanting to make money on Instagram in general. So right now, we are at the registration doors are open for Instacoin Academy. Instacoin is a 12-week course that teaches you how to monetize Instagram. I take you from everything, like from the beginning all the way to the end. So we cover hashtag strategies, creating content, how like actual tips for like your pictures and your images, how to grow your account by thousands of real followers every single month, how to put together your infrastructure, how you actually like roll through the process of monetization. Like we do all of it. We do some training on Instagram stories, all of that good stuff, because a lot of people kind of think you just get on Instagram and you make a post and that's how you make some money, and that is a whole entire lie. It's just out of curiosity, if you're inside of the room, how many of you guys have been on Instagram and you've been on Instagram for over a year and you are not yet generating income or opportunities with your Instagram accounts? If that is you, just go ahead and, just say me. That's all you gotta say. Just say me. Just say me, because I'm gonna answer questions today. Because I get lots. Me. Yeah, I see all the me's. Is that how many of y'all thought like all I had to do was pop on Instagram and start making a couple of posts, and I was gonna get a following and I was gonna be able to grow, right? I was gonna be able to grow and people were gonna come and buy stuff from me. Me, that's why I joined Instacoin. Yes, honey. So in honor of Instacoin Academy opening, FYI, anyone who is interested in joining Instacoin, I only open up this course. Normally I do it twice a year. This year we're only doing Instacoin Academy one time a year. That's it. So if you don't get in this weekend, the cart closes Tuesday. If you don't get in, then you just aged out into next year, because y'all always like to do that and y'all like to slide in a month or two late. When you having another Instacoin, I'm telling you right now, it's 2019. I had told y'all earlier this year that there may only be one. After this weekend, I know for a fact there's only going to be one. So if you do not get into Instacoin Academy this go around, you got to wait until next year. And it is what it is. Your girl got some other opportunities, I got some other things going on, but it's very important to me that my students that come through my programs do well. And so I don't want to shortchange people by trying to push and having a second academy, and I'm not able to be inside of that academy and answer questions and do the Q&As and all of the other y'all know how I do updated trainings and stuff like that. I don't want to shortchange y'all. So this one is it for this year. And there are only 5 seats left, FYI, for this one. Somebody said, how? Oh, hey, Eric. If you go to bit.ly/King Ashley Ann, bit.ly/King Ashley Ann, bit.ly/King Ashley Ann. That's click the link inside of my bio. The first button in there will take you over to the Instacoin Academy page, and you can see all about what you learn and we train, and you can see all of the payment options. Right now we are on the early registration pricing, and it ends at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time today. So if you sign up today by 6 p.m., you'll be able to save over 50% off. So yeah, exactly. That's number one rule in business, honey. You under promise and over deliver. And the reason I have such a good track record is because I actually do care about my students. So are we going to be working on a funnel similar to this in Instacoin? Yes, we are, Artwork Creative. We'll be working on several funnels inside of there. Oh, sorry, I need to give y'all the rundown. If this is your first time here, my name is Ashley Ann. I'm a public speaker. I'm an award-winning luxury event designer and a biz builder, which is what most of y'all care about. Hey, shundo to the Lord, that dude up there. That's who gave me the gift of business. I've been able to use it to generate a crap load of money, a lot, millions of dollars actually, for myself and for other people. I'm very proud to say I've been able to help over 5,000 people monetize their social media. I've helped about 433. I got to get in there and check the number. Over 400 people, though, create 6- and 7-figure incomes, and they are out here floating around. They're out here floating around, so you can go and find them. My average client on Snapchat does about $3,500 a month. My average client on Facebook is doing in between $25,000 and $45,000 a month. I've helped over 1,000 small businesses do that with using Facebook and LinkedIn. My average client on Instagram, hey everybody, Instagram land, and everybody coming to Instacoin, 4K. My rock stars in Instagram land doing between $16,000 and $32,000 per month. And as of right now, I have 8 clients, that's like as of today, that are doing $50,000 plus every single month from Instagram. So I'm a beast in these streets when it comes to monetization, CVO, sales paths, creating products, packaging, conversion, all those sorts of types of things. Yes, hey, hair directory, what's going on, honey? Thank you so much. She said, yes, she does care about her client. She doesn't take your money and run. I sure would not. She is on you until you make sense. I am. And speaking of being on you, hair directory, you already know that we need to see each other, right? Thank you so much for that, girl. Thank you so much. So, when can I start the info? There's one button that says instant access that will give you access to the modules today. So those of you that come into Instacoin Academy today, I have 2 bonus modules inside of there. So listen, Linda, and I hope this is going to make you sense. I hope this is going to help make sense to y'all. And this has a lot to do with making money on Instagram. So everybody needs to listen. So when we're making money on Instagram, and this is any social media platform to be honest, but we're talking about Instagram today, you have to have some infrastructure in place. One of the most important pieces of your infrastructure is going to be your landing pages. There are several different types of landing pages, okay? Most of the funnels that we build on Instagram, and does everybody know what a funnel is? If you do not, speak up. If I ever say anything and you're like, what is that? Ask me. Because there's no point in you wasting your time. I want you to win, so you need to know what I'm talking about. Just don't be sitting here going, ooh, that stuff sounded good, but I don't know what she was talking about, right? So, a funnel. Thank you. Okay, so, and I thank you for asking, and there are probably other people that were wondering the same thing. So, a funnel basically is how you turn someone into a customer once they know that you exist, okay? So, the path from a person knowing that you exist into them becoming a customer of yours, okay? That's a funnel. That's what a funnel is. So what are the steps that we take to get somebody, right, when y'all popped into here, right? So this is part of my funnel. Whenever I go live and I broadcast and new people come into the room and y'all go, oh, hey, Miss Ashley Ann, right? Or people come in and y'all go, I'm a first time visitor, or someone refers you to me. However you get inside of this room and you know that I exist now, the process of you guys coming from knowing that I exist down into what makes you buy a product from me or book me to consult with you, or you register for Instacoin Academy. Blink, blink, blink. Does that make the, and this, yes, this does work for speakers. I'll be honest, I book speaking engagements on Instagram, but the majority of my speaking engagements that I book probably come through Facebook and LinkedIn from a social media aspect. But I definitely do book speaking engagements through Instagram. But if I'm being honest with you, most of them come from Facebook and LinkedIn is where I pick up a lot of my social people that book me on social media. So whenever you're putting a funnel together on Instagram, you're welcome. Whenever you're putting a funnel together on Instagram, you got to have some infrastructure in place. And most of our funnels are going to be involving sales pages, opt-in pages, okay? And a sales page, an opt-in page, and a confirmation page. Now, there are way more landing pages than those 3 types of landing pages. But most of the funnels that you build revolve around them. So one of the things that I added into the new Instacoin Academy is a training I have called Landing Page 101. I have it set up under the pre-work because if you can understand that concept and the different types of pages and how you use those pages, we cover 7 different types of landing pages in Landing Page 101. Then it's going to help you as you go through Instacoin Academy, because when I say, hey, let's go put together a lead magnet, now let's go and set up our opt-in page for it, you will know what's going on. Okay? Thank you. Right? Does that make sense to everybody? Because if you get out here and you just make a post and put up some hashtags, your feelings are going to be hurt because you're going to have a very difficult time being able to generate leads. We have to have a system in place so that whenever I get a new follower and then hey, work out and go. Thank you for inviting those followers, honey. So that I have a system in place so that whenever I get a new follower and I say, hi, you know, my name is Ashley Ann. Go click that link in my bio and get this, right? They go over to the freebie, and then maybe after the freebie, I'm going to offer them a product, right? And whenever I have a product for sale, I can say go to bit.ly/King Ashley Ann, bit.ly/King Ashley Ann, bit.ly/King Ashley Ann. Click the link in my bio. The first button is going to give you all the information about Instacoin Academy. Go and enroll, right? That's a system. And so what a lot of people are doing is y'all are popping on, but you don't have anywhere to direct people to get your products or services, or you tell people to go to the website. And most of y'all's websites, thank you for dropping that information for me, K.A. Rising Star. Most of y'all's websites are conversion traps. They are conversion pitfalls. They are not set up for getting customers. So this is the thing that a lot of you guys are not aware of, but if you think about it, it makes sense because you do the same thing yourself. Thank you for inviting followers, Be Wisdom for Life. 75 to 80% of people's first encounter with you is going to be on a mobile device. Okay? If we are monetizing Instagram, then like 99.9% of people's first encounter with you is going to be on a mobile device. That means they're kicking it on their cell phone and their tablet, and from there, that's how they're going to click the links. So whenever you go to a website, the whole entire website tries to load, right? Even if you have a mobile website, it still does not load as fast as a landing page. Most people will not wait longer than 3 seconds for that page to load. Blink, blink, blink. So that means if you say, go click the link in my bio, and it takes 5 or 6 seconds for the home page on your mobile website to load, or if you don't even have a mobile website, if you don't have a mobile website, it's probably taking anywhere from 6 to 10 seconds for the home page of your website to load on their device. It's not right. It's not even going to format to the correct size. And guess what? You're now making it difficult for people to purchase something from you. So not only have they landed on your website and they got to wait all day for it to load, then it may format properly. It may not format properly to fit the size of the mobile device that they're looking at it on. Now they have to go and click around through your menu bars, okay, and try and search for whatever product or service you said was on sale. It's too many layers. It's too many steps. So when you have a landing page, most of them load in under 3 seconds. Most landing pages load anywhere between 1.5 and 2.5 seconds, and it's a direct link to your product or service. So we talk about the process of how you set those types of things up inside of Instacoin, but that's why I'm telling y'all, when you're trying to make money online, you really need some landing pages. And I have some people that want to, argue with me about it, and they want to push back against it, and it's fine, but that's why you're having such a difficult time making money here on Instagram, because you're not understanding the concept that people are visiting you from a mobile device. Instagram is an app, right? And it's not really. Has anyone in here ever tried to visit Instagram from your desktop? Instagram is not set up to, search and engage and communicate with other people from your desktop. You don't check your messages from the desktop with Instagram. You use Instagram on your mobile device. And so you have to think about how people are encountering you so that, we can create a good process for people, a good buyer experience, excuse me. Let's see. Funnels are difficult to set up for me. Also, my client base has been too lethargic for the system to work, of being a return in time investment. I will say this: if your audience is lethargic, I know you don't want to hear this, but I'm just telling you the truth. That's you. That's your fault. And that's for everybody inside of here. Okay? You are the captain of your ship. You command and you control and you dictate what happens inside of your community. So if you are not doing a good job of engaging and doing call to actions to your audience, even when you're not selling things, you have to do call to actions every single day. Whenever you actually sell something, or if you try and send someone through a funnel, or you say, hey, go to this page or get this lead magnet, they're not going to respond. For instance, if y'all came into these live streams with me and if I ignored your comments, if I never spoke to you guys, if I never said hello, if I didn't ask you to be engaged inside of the broadcast by saying like drop 1, drop 2, type me, give me an emoji, right? If I said go click the link in my bio, or go check out my blog, or go get this ebook, or go sign up for the Royal Court so you can get free marketing and free content and marketing ideas, right? No one would do it. Blink, blink, blink. So if you have an audience, and I have people that come to me who have really big followings, but they haven't been able to monetize them. Number one, you could have possibly targeted the wrong group of people. Or number two, you have not conditioned your audience properly. And if they're not conditioned to engage with you and travel outside of the Instagram platform, to a landing page or to a live event or to a blog or something like that, you're going to have a very difficult time selling. And that means we have to set up the proper infrastructure, set some new rules for inside of your community. And so that way, as you build your new followers, they're integrated into the new landscape, right? And so then you can start the process of making sales. Good question. Glad you said that, because a lot of people have that issue. So we should have a landing page per product. I pretty much have one landing page per product. And if you're using something like Samcart or Thrivecart, honestly, whenever you're creating your products on those pages, those are also forms of landing pages. So if you're using like a Thrivecart or a Samcart, then you don't have to go in and make a whole bunch of individual landing pages for sales pages. If you're using something like Gumroads, it's also going to create like landing pages. It's going to create like a sales page for you that operates as a landing page as well. But if you go to bit.ly/King Ashley Ann, second link on Periscope, only link on Instagram, if you click, you're going to see a whole bunch of buttons, right? Every single one of those buttons takes people to the specific product that they're trying to get, whether it's a free e-course or a checklist or a checkbook for me, or even if it's a paid product, right? You don't have to search around to figure out what you're getting to. Y'all are not having to go to a website and wait for it to load and hit a menu bar and go through pages and pages of stuff trying to get to the right spot. Instead, you just go to a button and it takes you over to where you want to go. Oh, you're so welcome. Some of it is awful on desktop. It really is, because Instagram is not designed for that. So you have to think about that. I do call to action, scheduled marketing specials, informative videos, blogs, and brand-based drop shipping, store. I guess I'm driving the struggle bus in circles. What it sounds like to me is you have not done a good job targeting your audience, and this is something else. If you haven't hit the right, you haven't hit the right targeted audience, or you sell by listening, you sell by listening, you sell by listening. Your audience thinks your products are trash. One or the other. That's what it is. And I don't want to I don't want to try and sprinkle sugar on it, because I need you to get the point. We only got so long, and your questions are helping someone else. Because for a long time in my event design and production company, I would always attract people who would say, oh, your prices are too high. No, it wasn't that my prices were too high. I was targeting the wrong people. They did not understand the value in what it was I do as an event designer and a producer. They didn't understand how much work. They didn't get the concept that, 3 days before your event, we're working 16, 18-hour days, right? And for me, I was starting to get frustrated. However, eventually I understood the concept. I am not targeting the right audience members. I'm not targeting the right client base. Once I changed who I was targeting, then guess what? I started booking clients. People stopped telling me my prices were too high, because there were people who understood the value in what it was that I did, and that they needed a professional to help them create the types of looks and the flows that they wanted for their events. Same thing, with business building. If somebody rolls up on me and they're like, ooh, your price is too high. Okay, well, get on down. I'm not for you. You go to someone else. But my clients, that's how come I typically like to work with people who have been established in business for a little while and who have been trying. You know why? Because y'all have already seen the pricing of other people and professionals. So when y'all come to me, y'all are like, dang, she's giving me a great deal, because I really am. Blink, blink, blink. But y'all understand it because you've already been out here in these streets. You've already been trying to grow your business for a year or 2 years. You've taken other programs for people and haven't gotten results. So when you come to my free broadcast and you like, dang, I'm getting a bunch of good stuff for free that I didn't even get in a program that I spent a few $1,000s on. And then I can come into this course. I can go to Instacoin Academy. Wait a minute. And I can get in. I don't even have to spend $2,000, $3,000, $10,000 to get in. And I get to work 12 weeks and this woman is going to mentor me. And she's going to keep breaking down. Oh, yeah, I'm in there, right? So again, it's about targeting the right audience. So people always ask me, why don't I do a lot of things for people who are thinking about starting a business or starting to start up? Real talk. I don't do it because most of the people that I meet who are like, oh, I want to start a business. I'm talking the super, super, super beginning phases. Not all of y'all, but most of y'all, you're flaky. In 3 months, you're not going to want to start a business anymore because you're going to say it's too hard, it was too much time, or you're going to get discouraged because the results didn't come as fast as you wanted them to come, right? And you're going to quit. You don't have the heart to keep going the way that some of us who have made it, we've been going for years and years and years and years, and we kept getting knocked down, and so we kept getting back up. So when I literally could put on an event for free for people. I say, hey, you're interested in starting a business? I could put it on for free. And the attendance would be low because they wouldn't take it seriously because they don't understand the value yet of the information that I'm providing to them. They just don't get it. And typically people who have been out here for a minute, they get it. They understand. They've been investing in themselves. They've had several periods of frustration. And so they're like, dang, this is bomb that somebody is just laying this out for me and actually giving me. Not only is she giving me the map, she's giving me the tool so that I can get to where I'm going. So it is what it is. So I would tell you, one or two things is going on. Either you're targeting the wrong audience or people are like straight up telling you they don't like what it is that you're selling. So for instance, like let's say you have a lead magnet and the lead magnet converts really, really well, but no one buys your stuff. That's your audience telling you that the lead magnet is trash, because if they thought your lead magnet was good, they will feel comfortable going to purchase whatever it was. Blink, blink, blink. Pick up what I'm putting out because I just helped somebody. Because some of y'all, because I get that question too, people go, oh my God, my lead magnet is doing great. My opt-in rate is at 75%, but I'm not making any sales. That is your audience telling you that they did not feel like your lead magnet fulfilled their needs. It didn't fulfill their expectations. Because if they thought that it would have, they would have started purchasing things from you. Your lead magnet, even though it's free, is the first interaction that someone is having with your company, and you want it to be a positive experience. And if they feel like what they got for free was garbage and it kind of was a waste of time or a waste of a download, they're not going to buy anything from you. Let's see. Hey, Soror. Fierce, funky, fabulous. Let's see. My targeting out of my audience is the hardest struggle. This live is so helpful. Thank you. Yes, if you can get your targeting figured out, you're like 80% there. My business landscape totally changed once I started targeting the right audiences. Like I literally went from being almost $200,000 in the hole. Yeah, I said I was like almost 200 grand under, to literally turning around and being able to close out the year and have profited. I wasn't quite at 250 that first year when I figured out my target. I think I was like at 243 or something like that, but I was close enough. Neither. I'm a lady of Sigma Gamma Rho, honey. I'm a pretty poodle. Blink, blink, blink. Yep. Everybody always thinks that I'm an AKA. Nope. I'm an SG Rho, honey. Last created, best design. Get you some. Yes, God. Okay. Shout out to all my poodles. I got love for all the sorors too, for all the other sorority, my other Greek sisters out there. I got love for y'all too. If you offer a payment plan for classes and they miss a payment, what's your process to the problem? Very good question, Melanie Enterprises. So I love your sister's a poodle. I didn't know that, Dr. Yolanda. I love a good payment plan. So before I answer your question about what to do when people miss a payment plan, let's talk about setting up payment plans, because that's a great way to actually get people to purchase your products and services. So if you are selling something that has under a $297 price point, I do not recommend a payment plan. People just need to buy it outright. So if you're selling something that's $47, $50, or whatever, just let the people buy your stuff outright. Okay. Now, if you have like programs, courses, academies, you have like you're a trainer, or you do consulting, or you're a coach, or a biz builder, or a strategist, or whatever it is that you do, okay? Payment plans are going to be your friend. So if you have a business account with PayPal, your clients and customers can purchase using PayPal credit. I would definitely, even if you have products that are $10 and $47, if you can have a business account with PayPal, go ahead and advertise PayPal credit on your site. It will help you increase your sales, because a lot of people will just put it on credit. They can do $0 down right now. They get 6 months to pay for stuff with no interest, and you get your money instantaneously inside of the account, right? So PayPal credit is definitely a viable option. It's your friend. Those of you who are interested in coming to Instacorn Academy, blink, 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 PayPal credit is available. You better believe it. So if your credit is all right, go on over there to PayPal credit and get you some, okay? The second thing that you want to do is figure out what your down payment should be for people. So a lot of people, $97 to anywhere from $97 to $297 is pretty accessible for people as far as a down payment. Of course, if you're selling something that's like $30,000 or $50,000, then of course your down payment is going to be higher than like $297, right? But let's say you have a program and you're charging $5,000 for someone to come into, maybe you help speakers, okay? Maybe you help speakers get booked and stay busy, and you have a $5,000 6-week program for them to help them get their packaging together, and you're going to show them how to get booked, and by the end you guarantee they would have booked at least 3 speaking engagements or something like that. And the down payment to come into this program is going to be $497, right? And then I'm going to break up installments, for the rest of the payment. So $497, and then the rest of actually I wouldn't do that. If it's, instead of it being a 6-week program, we're going to say it's a 12-week program. Because when you're putting together payment plans, you have to make sure that information is being dripped out, and that the payments correlate with the information that's being dripped out. Does that make sense? So if it's 12 weeks and then I give you have your $497 deposit, and then every 30 days you're going to make a payment. When someone misses a payment, I just put them out of my course. I put them out of my academy, or I stop the services. Normally people have like a 5-day grace period with us. And if we reach out to you and you don't reach back, or if you don't reach out to us and make arrangements, you're out the program. I will stop your future payments, but you can no longer get any content or course material. So for me, when I'm doing courses, classes, services, things like that, if it's a digital product that comes in parts, if I'm allowing people to do a payment plan, is the payment plan correlates with how my content is dripped out. So I'm not going to just give you everything. Like for instance, for Instacorn Academy, I have 10 sections, but we have 48 modules over the next 12 weeks. Any of you guys who are inside of the portal right now, you can see what's coming in the future, but you can only gain access to your pre-work right now, right? And then every week you'll be able to pick up more material. If for some reason you default when it's time for your first payment, guess what? You're not going to be able to see weeks 3 through weeks 12. You're going to be out the course, and that's going to be it. Blink, blink, blink. So that's how I deal with that. If it is a physical product that I need to send to people and I'm doing a payment plan, then I just don't give you access to the physical payment until it's totally paid for. I would love to say we live in a world that's filled with honest people, but we don't. I pay my bills and that's probably because I'm a business owner, so I know what it's like. So I don't short people. So even if somebody gave me something up front, I would still pay for it. But there are a lot of people, once they get your product, once they get your service, once they get your information, honestly, they will try and I've seen people literally pay the down payment to get into people's courses, download everything within 24 hours, and then go to the bank and like either stop the payment or kill the card, or they'll go back and even ask for a refund once they have everything. So I would love to tell you that there are not shady people on the planet Earth like that, but there absolutely positively are, and you got to protect yourself. I know, all the way trifling, but you got to protect yourself, keeping it real. So you drip the material, and so if someone misses a payment, they stop sending the material and you put them out of your program. When they excuse me, whenever they pay again, then you can reinstate them and they can roll right back into the material. If it's a physical product, then I would do a payment plan, but I would not ship whatever it is until it's actually completely paid for. That's me. What platform do you use to lock modules? I like Kajabi, but you also can lock modules inside of Teachable as well. Let's see, your courses have definitely helped. Thank you. When I forget properly, the blow up will come. When I target properly, yes. You got to get this targeting together. And we do a lot of work with targeting inside of Instacorn Academy. Any of you guys have been in any of my courses, I always spend like the top of the course talking about targeting and trying to help you figure out your audience, because that's really, where your consistent revenue is going to come from. It's a combination of targeting and having the proper infrastructure. Do you let them do a payment plan beyond the length of the program? Good question, Dr. Yolanda. Okay, so this is where you're going to have to go into using your discernment. There are some clients I will allow to do that. Not everybody, but there are some people I will, because I don't know how to explain it, y'all. It's like you just know, right? You get a feeling. That's where your discernment comes in. And there are some people, that they're honest people, that they are upright people, and they are going to pay that bill. Everyone that I have ever let, roll with an extension beyond or after, every single of those people, they've always paid me my money. Every single one of them have paid me my money. So if I feel like you're not gonna pay me and you out here hustling, then the answer is no. You cannot extend. We're not gonna do a payment extension plan for you. I would just tell you to use your discernment, just to be honest. Normally, a way that I can tell, for instance, if somebody comes to me before their payment is due and they're like, hey, I'm going to have trouble this month, whatever, and they'll ask me, is there anything we can do about it? That's normally a person who's going to pay their bills. People who don't like to pay their bills, they will evade you. They won't answer the phone call. They won't answer the emails. I don't know. It's just different about them. Their energy is normally different. They may try and cut down your material or cut down your product and be like, it's not all that anyway. Or, they'll try and basically, say that things are overpriced and this and that, because they're trying to justify their reason for them being dishonest. Excuse me, for them being dishonest and honestly just hustling you for stuff. So, if you're running programs and you don't have thousands of people inside of your programs, I would tell you, honestly, just trust your discernment and decide on an individual basis as far as, extension past when it's done. So there are sometimes, I don't allow it all the time, but there are sometimes I will allow it. Also, if I have customers, people who are repeat customers or repeat clients, and they've been with me for a while, I feel like, the customer loyalty, I want them to know that I appreciate them as well. And so those are customers. Sometimes I will extend, special financing or pricing or payment options to them because they've been with me before. You know what I mean? And so I'll do things like that for them. But just for Joe Blow, no, dog. Hey, mama. Hey, Money Master Mogul. What's going on, girl? So yeah, so it just depends. But for me, typically, the price is the price. The plans are set up the way that they're set up. And like I said, if I already have a relationship with them and they've worked with me before and things like that, then, of course, sometimes we do something extra special for them. Why would I not? Some people have come with me through 3-4 different programs. They've worked with me through one-on-one, they've done laser sessions, all those sorts of types of things. So I don't mind at all. But, some people you just kind of know that they shady, and I'll be like, no, dog, leave it alone. When did we begin this session? I just got out of church service. Hey, I don't know. How long have I been on? What time is it? Well, I've been on maybe about 30 minutes, I guess. About 30 minutes or so. Is that fair, y'all? Is that close? We've been on about 30 minutes, right? How do you target the correct audience? Good question. Okay, so the first step in targeting the example, let's see, hold on. For the 5K, $497 down, would you do the $4,500 balance, 12 weekly or 3 monthly? I would do all of them. When I do payment options, Dr. Yolanda, I give people a plethora of options. Like if you go to the Instacorn Academy page, you'll see any of you guys that do a one-time payment, you get a price break. So for my clients, if they just do up front, I always give a price break if you pay out one time. Then I have another payment option where you can do your down payment and then you can do your monthly installments. So you'll have 3 over the span of 12 weeks. Then I give a weekly installment plan. And then finally, I have PayPal credit, those that want to go and apply for PayPal credit. So I have 4 options. I always have multiple payment options because different clients have different needs. So yes, I would do every single one of those payment options that you put in there. I wouldn't just limit. I say, and like, so if you pay your one-time payment instead of $5,000, I may give you a price break to like $4,750, or I may even go as low as $4,500 because you're doing the one-time payment option. Okay, now somebody said, how do you find your targeted audience? So the very first question that you need to ask yourself is, what does your product do? I know it sounds crazy, but a lot of people, if I asked you what your product did, you couldn't tell me. Who specifically does it help? You got to stop thinking my product or service is for everyone. It's not. I shared with you guys earlier, I don't target people who are like in the super beginning phases of starting their businesses, because a lot of them are flaky, and a lot of them, they don't understand the value that I offer. They just don't, because they haven't been out here in the world long enough yet to get it. Not all of them, but a lot of them, right? So who specifically are my products for? My products and services are for people who have been in business, at least 1 year, and people who have attempted to grow their business or their side hustle. Not saying that I don't service people that just open up stuff and they come to me, because I definitely have clients like that and people that I help, but that's not who I'm targeting. Does that make sense to everybody? So you need to figure out who specifically benefits from my product and service. So if you sell clothes, right? Do you sell clothes to petite women? Do you sell clothes to curvy girls? Do you sell clothes to plus size women? Do you sell clothes to tall and thin girls? Do you sell hoochie mama club clothes? Do you sell conservative clothes? Do you sell office clothes, right? Do you sell transitional pieces? Like literally, do you sell clothes to plus size women that are going on a fitness journey? Do you sell clothes to big and tall men? Like literally, who is my product for? Stop trying to say your stuff is for everybody and needs to go everywhere, because it don't. Then we got to figure out what's the price point of our product. So once I figure out the price point, well, who has the disposable income for this? So if I'm looking to service a middle-class family who makes in between $55,000, I'm looking for middle-class families maybe who have the household income that is between $55,000 and we'll say $225,000 per year. That may be who I'm targeting, right? Because if I'm doing that, then those people typically have disposable income of about $700 a month. So that means they can afford my stuff and they pay in cash and they pay fast. Blink, blink, blink. Somebody should have just picked up what I put down, because I just helped a whole lot of y'all right now. Okay? So if I sell a product, depending on what it is, I'm not going to sit here and target people. Okay, I'm not going to target you if you make, I just told you, I'm not targeting you if you make under $55,000 a year. Why? Because you may not have the income to pick up my product or service. Typically, if someone has an income of $55,000 or more a year, for me, that means that they're normally going to be 28. They're normally going to be above the age of 28. So I don't target a lot of teenagers. I don't target college students, even though I started when I was 21. Hey, open my poetry. What's going on, honey? And even though I started when I was 21, I make good money now. But when I was 21, I was not making $55,000 a year. I wasn't making $60,000 a year. I wasn't making $80,000 a year. Blink, blink, blink. Pick up what I'm putting down. So you have to figure out if the audience even has the income to afford your products and services. Because unless you're doing something, that is based on like health or medication or food or something like that, whatever other products and services that people are purchasing, they're not like necessities, right? They're not necessities for people to live. Does that make sense? So you're figuring out what my product does, who does it specifically help, like who specifically gets a benefit from this, who is looking for this, who can afford my products and services, right? How old are these people? And then finally, once I know that, then I just go and look for where they hang out at. And if you use audience insights, which I've showed, I don't know if I've never showed audience insights here, but I definitely have inside of my lives. Those of you who are in Instacorn Academy, I'm going to show you how you're able to find that information. But it will literally tell you what pages they hang out on. It will tell you what they do for a career. It will show you where they've shopped at in the last 30 days. It'll show you all of that. So then you can go and run ads on those pages, or you put those parameters inside of your Power Editor or your Ads Manager. Blink, 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 and bada boom, bada bang. Now your ads are running in front of people who want your stuff. So yes, that's how you target. Oh, also another way to target is brand alliance. So, and I give you guys an example when it comes to my event design and production company, right? So I'm gonna just say it is what it is. I don't want to work in your venue if it's chitlin circuit. I'm not gonna do it. I've worked too hard to do that, right? So as an event designer and producer, there are very few people that people seek out in front of me. So I'm going to network with other people who do, mid-range and high-end and custom cakes. I'm going to network with really beautiful venues that normally have a little bit of a higher price point, because if people can afford to be in there, that's a good indication that they can afford my services and my products and that they'll want them, right? I'm going to network with smaller boutique bridal shops who carry a variety of dresses. I'm not going to go out to like a big chain that sells wedding dresses for $99, because that's not my client. My girl is not looking for a $99 wedding dress. You understand what I'm saying? So you need to look and see other people who have complementary products and services to yours, and you reach out to those people as well. So now I'm looking to get directly in front of the consumer, and I'm also looking at people who already have the eyes and ears of that demographic, and because I'm going to reach out and I'm going to work with them, and I'm also going to be able to grow my pages and my sales that way as well. When is my next Instacoin? Doors of Instacoin are open right now. You can go to bit.ly/King Ashley Ann, bit.ly/King Ashley Ann, bit.ly/King Ashley Ann to register. If you register before 6 p.m. Central Standard Time today, you save over 50% on your enrollment. Yep. And this is the only Instacoin that will happen this year. If you don't get in this year, you have to wait until 2019 to join. Hey. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. I'm new to all of this, and I've been doing photography for just over a year. Congrats. Does your program cater to my field? As far as if you want somebody to hold your hand and tell you exactly what to do as far as you being a photographer, or that's for any business, then you would need to work with me one-on-one, either as a biz builder. I would tell you could work in Elite inside of Instacorn Academy, but you can't, because all of the Elite spaces are already gone. They were the first ones to sell out, so there's no Elite spaces left at all. But other than that, inside of the group sessions, I do live Q&As, and you can ask me questions and I'll answer them there. But if you want somebody to say, hey, this is your audience, this is what page you need to advertise on, here's a product you need to create because you're missing this opportunity, this is who you need to go and advertise with, this is what you need to tell these people when you call them or email them, those are when I work with people like one-on-one through biz building. And yes, it will work for your field, Devon Jones Photography, because some of you guys may not know this about me. I've been a small business owner for 12 years. My very first company is Events by Ashley Ann. You can go to Events by Ashley Ann on Instagram. I am an award-winning luxury event designer. I travel all over the place putting on fantastic events, honey. And your girl, I'm cold, okay? The Lord has blessed these hands, real life. So all those like flower arrangements and centerpieces and designs you see and all that, I did that. I did that. Okay, that's this girl right here. I'll tell y'all all the time that I have the gift of business, but I also have the gifts of beautification and hospitality. So I can make a room sing. You can put me in a cardboard box and I'm gonna make it look like the Taj Mahal by the time I'm out that thing. Okay, blink, blink, blink. So yes, I do specifically know how to help people who are in the wedding and the event industry, because that is what I do. And that's what I've been doing for years, and I don't plan stopping anytime soon. What about selling hair? Yes, you can sell hair. It does apply to everyone. It does. Thank you. I'm not gonna say it applies to everyone. It applies to everyone who is trying to build a business and get clientele on Instagram. Will this work for spas? Yes. Where can I find a good program? Go to bit.ly/King Ashley Ann. Second link on Periscope, only link on the gram, and click the first button for Instacorn Academy, and you can see all about it. Let's see. My products are for the beginner. What to learn? Ask me that in a different way. I'm not sure what you're asking me right now. Hey, Ashley, I'm in the finance industry. Hey, investment, insurance, etc. How can I use social media to brand myself? You need to start to establish yourself as a resource queen. That's for any of you guys. So you have to this is the thing, you have to break down to people like how exactly that product benefits their life. So for instance, if I sold insurance, I'm going to talk to people about life insurance policies. I'm also going to talk to people about how you can use insurance as a vehicle to gain wealth. I'm going to give them tips. I'm going to talk to them about the difference in the policies. I'm going to talk to them about what they should be looking for. I'm going to talk to them about what the different terms mean. I'm going to become a resource. I'm going to establish myself to people so that way they know if it has anything to do with insurance or about insurance or my retirement and things like that, that I can go to this person's page and I can find out what I need. Let's see. What about service like coaching women on how to self-concept? Yes, it will. It will work for you. Let me tell y'all something, because y'all are asking all of this, which I'm not. It's really funny. So this is one thing that you got to learn about making money on Instagram or any. Hey, Jackie Randall, thank you for the super heart about social media or any platform. There are 3 reasons people do not buy for you. This is online or offline. Okay. Online or offline. I do not have Oprah's nose. I have Keith Jones's nose. Blink, blink, blink. Get on down. 3 things. Okay. 3 things where people will not buy from you. And this is what you have to learn how to do as the professional. Okay. People do not buy from you because they believe that your stuff, they don't believe your stuff is as good as you think it is. Okay. So this is where your testimonials and your receipts come into play. Shout out for all of you guys who always pop into my broadcast and share with people your experiences and how much money you're making and how your followers have grown and stuff like that since you started coming through my programs. I appreciate y'all so much, right? The second reason people will not buy from you, they may think that your stuff is good, but they're like, it won't work for me. This is why I tell you not to say that my products and services are for everybody. You have got to call out specific groups. So my programs work for you if you are a coach or consultant. If you want to come into Instacorn Academy, this is who it works for. I'm about to tell you right now. If you're a coach or a consultant, okay? So however you coach people, however you consult them, it don't matter. If you're a coach or a consultant, it's going to work for you. If you have digital products or if you need to create digital products, it's going to work for you. If you have a brick and mortar business and we need to get traffic or leads, so if you own a spa, a salon, if you are a lawyer, things like that. If you're a medical doctor, I have clients like that and they do very, very well. It also is going to work for you if you are involved in MLM, okay, or network marketing. So if we need to build up our teams and if we need to create residual income through selling products, Instacorn Academy is going to be a good fit for you. And then finally, if you are an internet retailer, so if you have like like a Shopify store, right? If you make soaps and butters and scrubs and stuff like that, and you sell them on Etsy or Amazon, if you like to sell bundles of hair or whatever, if you make your own custom wigs and sell those sorts of types of things, that's who this is a good program for. So if you fit into any of those categories, then Instacorn Academy is a good course for you. Blink, blink, blink. So that's number 2. Third reason people don't buy from you, not enough offers. You're not letting people know that this product or service exists and that this is how they can opt into it, and these are the benefits and values of the program. So you have to do all 3 of those things if you want to be able to make sales. Let's see. I provide stress relief and management. I provide stress relief and management techniques to high functioning executives. 4 years now, popping on. Yep. Clients require hand holding to purchase promo. Retention great. Can't control newbies. What? I don't know what that means. Ask me that in a different way. Where am I located? I'm in Little Rock, Arkansas today. You're welcome. New client intake is fickle. My services are valued highly because they pay, and I'm not cheap. I want to control new client intake rather than rely on, oh, this is the struggle for me. You need to create referral programs. The easiest way to sell is through your testimonials. So basically asking your clients, hey, if you have a friend, if you have a parent, if you have a coworker and they need my services, tell them about me. Loyalty program may also help, and then you need to partner again with who is complementary to you, and y'all can start to do things together, have programs together, webinars, seminars, do live events with one another, those sorts of types of things. I don't want low-end clients. Well, don't get you no low-end clients. Don't get them then. Do you cater to finance industry? I'm in that field, and I'm looking how to use social media to brand myself. Go and ask that finance chick. She's one of my clients, and she does really well with me. She'll be able to tell you. Blink, blink, blink. Will this work for microblading? Didn't I just say if you were trying to get people into a brick and mortar, if you have a service like a spa? I said if you have a salon. I said if you're a lawyer. I ain't got time for y'all today. So look, this is what I'm going to tell you. No, it's not for you. You know why? Because we have issues communicating with one another. I don't have another way to communicate what I'm saying, and you obviously don't understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. So that means you're not going to be able to pick up what I'm putting down inside the course. So I'm going to say, nah, it's not for you. You're welcome. Hey, Rashana Scott. Rashana Scott is in real estate. She's gone through Instacorn Academy, and she is doing great, and it worked for her. Blink, blink, blink. I ain't got time for y'all today. Hey, bag of shoes. What's going on? What's going on, honey? I don't have time today. And I mean that with everything in me, okay? This is something y'all need to learn, okay? It is not your job to convince people to buy your stuff. Your job is to offer. Your job is to say, your job is to present and say, this is what I have, okay? And either you want it or you don't want it. This is why targeting is important. Okay, this is I don't want to kick them out the lives, but I'm just going to be honest. Like for me, again, I'm not looking for someone who's scared. I don't have to prove myself to you. And if you're not ready to buy yet, that's fine. I'm cool with that. Watch me for a while. Hang out with me. Keep coming to the free trainings. Go and get some of the free courses or products that I have set up. That's how you can figure out if it works for you. If you just happen to miss this opportunity, well, you just gonna have to wait until next year, and that's that. But thank you, Coach Wealthy. Thank you, honey. But your job is to say, this is what I have to offer, and if this is something that you're interested in or you think is a good fit for you, this is what it does. Come on over, right? That's your job. Your job is not to convince people. You ain't got to try and run people down like a ambulance chaser. You don't have to try and, beg and plead with somebody to get your product or your program or your course. Because if you got to do all that, that's not the customer for you. And that's really what I believe. And my clients know I teach that to them. we are positioning ourselves in front of the proper demographics, and those who are ready to take that step, they're going to come into the program with you. Yeah, you present. I present. I don't have to convince you. I ain't got no time for that. Exactly, Coach Wealthy, because those people they're not going to fully commit to you, and they're going to be on the fence, and then after they buy, they're going to be going back and forth and looking for a way to weasel up out of it. I had someone who watched my Lunch and Learns for a year before enrolling. It's all good. Exactly. Take your time. And if your stuff is as good as you say it is, they're going to come over eventually. And if they have to pay more because the price goes up after, well, then they just going to have to pay more. But guess what? They're going to pay it. I tell you that. You know why? Because they're going to know, well, dang, they're going to say, I should have moved on this 6 months ago. I should have did that 3 months ago. Or I should have did it when she first introduced it, right? That it is what it is what it is. So all of that goes into conditioning, but we present. Okay, that's what we do in these streets. We present. We don't convince nobody, honey. You the bomb.com. I'm telling you, if nobody else tells you today, you are the bomb.com. What you got is amazing and fabulous. If it ain't amazing and fabulous yet, honey, we're going to get it to amazing and fabulous, okay? What you got, somebody needs, and there's an audience out there, and there's a market for it, and we're going to learn how to position ourselves properly. We're going to learn how to target. We're going to learn how to establish ourselves as a resource. We're going to learn how to serve our clients and meet their needs, okay? That's what we're going to learn how to do. We're going to learn how to ask for referrals. We're going to learn how to gain financial support. We're going to learn how to gain thousands of new followers, those targeted followers every month, and they're going to buy our stuff. Okay? Blink, blink, blink. Yep, about to cycle 5 and price much higher than cycle 1. Come on, Dr. Yolanda. Come on now, girl. Come on and get it. That's what's about to happen, okay? You the bomb. I'm telling you, what your product is the bomb. Your services are the bomb, and we're gonna get you in front of people that know that you're the bomb. Blink, 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 and you're gonna learn how to generate these leads. You're gonna learn how to pre-qualify people, and you're gonna learn how to close down an account. All through the gram. Blink, blink, blink. If you have an internet retailer, you got a boutique, you got a spa, you got a service, you got a salon, we're gonna teach you how to get traffic so people will call your phone, book appointments, and walk into your stores. Okay? You got a restaurant or a food truck, we're gonna show you how to use the gram so people will come and you will have lines down the block. We're gonna do all of that. That's what we do in Instacorn Academy. If you're a coach or a consultant, I'm going to show you how to do that. The one thing, now I will tell you this, there's one category of people that Instacorn Academy is not for, because you're going to need some one-on-one. If you are out here and you're like, I teach people how to build their social media following, and you don't have at least 10,000 followers of your own, this is not the program for you, because I'm not going to be in here teaching you how to lie and hustle and scam people. Blink, blink, blink. What I'm going to tell you to do is you're going to need to learn how to do that for yourself before you go out here and say that you can grow someone else's account. Because I get time. I ain't got no time for that. I get tired of y'all with that. That's what you're not going to do. Okay? This program is not for you specifically if that's what you do. If you sit out here and hustle and say, I can teach you how to grow your following and how to get these clients, and you have under 10,000 on your own account, this program is not for you. Blink, blink, blink. That's for everybody, whoever it is that's out here in these streets, whatever they're supposed to be doing. When it comes to coaching, your coach should have been able to do that for themselves. If it's somebody saying they're going to help you get a 6-figure business, baby, they better have had a 6-figure business, and it better be a high 6-figure business. If it's somebody saying they're going to help you grow your followers on social media, they better have at least 10,000 followers on that platform. If it's somebody out here saying they're going to show you how to get booked speaking engagements and book creative things, and guess what? They better have booked some speaking and coaching gigs themselves, okay? That is who this program is not for. It is not for you if you think you're finna get out here in these streets and take advantage of people by selling a bunch of lies and dreams and telling them that you can do something for them that you have not been able to do yourself. Blink, blink, blink. I just want to clarify that. So if you're a coach or a consultant and you're about that business in real life, I am here for you, and I will help you develop your business. I'll help you develop your programs. I will help you. I will help you. I would love to assist you. But if you are out here saying you want to be a business coach or a business builder, or you teach people how to get to 6 and 7 figures, or you're going to show them how to grow their accounts, but you have not done those things for yourself, do not come to my academy. Because if I find out that's what you're doing, I am going to put you out. Blink, blink, blink. Okay, you're not finna be here talking about you're a marriage coach and you ain't married. That's not what we doing today. So that's who this program is not for. Let me make sure that is clear. Okay, you're not gonna be out here talking about you're a marriage coach and ain't got nobody husband and nobody's wife. That's what we not gonna be doing. Okay, that's what we're not going to be doing inside of Instacorn Academy. So if you fit into that category, do not sign up for my program, because if I find out that's you, I'm putting you out. Okay, if I find out that is you, you got to go. Blink, blink, blink. Now, for all of you guys who fit into the prior category, you can go to bit.ly/King Ashley bit.ly/King Ashley bit.ly/King Ashley It is the second link in Periscope. First button there, 2018 Instacorn Academy. You have about 5 hours, well, a little bit under 5 hours now. Got about 4.5 hours, okay, if you want to go and sign up and get over 50% off to get into the 2018 Instacorn Academy. The Elite is already sold out, okay, so you cannot enroll for Elite. I'm sorry if you're just learning that the doors are open today. They are already gone. The room is full, okay? There ain't no more room in the inn for Elite. However, there are 5 seats left for basic enrollment if you want to join us over the next 3 months. I will be mentoring you directly. We also have other mentors inside of the group. We will be there to answer your questions. There are live trainings in conjunction to the 48 modules and homework assignments and PDFs and downloads that are inside of Instacorn Academy. I also train on using Instagram stories, and we also train on qualifying your leads and extensive training on targeting. As a bonus, I've added Landing Page 101 and Instastar, which gives an overview of how I make money on Instagram, because we're going to break that thing down week by week over the next 12 weeks. If you want more traffic to come into your restaurant, your salon, your spa, your store, this is for you. If you have a physical product or a brick and mortar store and you're looking to create digital revenue because you need help with digital products, this is for you. If you are a network marketer involved in MLM and you need to grow your team and you need to sell more products, Instacorn Academy is for you. If you are a coach or consultant or a trainer of any type, a legitimate coach, consultant, or trainer, Instacorn Academy is for you. If you are a realtor, because I have several realtors who come through my Instacorn Academy programs and do great, this is for you. If you are a designer or a creative entrepreneur, Instacorn Academy is for you. If you have a drop shipping store, if you make handmade products like soaps and butters and scrubs, you bake cookies, whatever it is that you do, guess what? Instacorn Academy is for you. If you fit into those categories, Instacorn Academy is for you, and we can help you build up your business and your brand and get you leads and get you sales. Blink, blink, blink. Go to bit.ly/King Ashley bit.ly/King Ashley bit.ly/King Ashley Second link on Periscope, click the first link. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are on the planet. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me. If it is morning or daytime where you are, have a productive and prosperous day. If it's evening time, get yourself a good night's rest. Bye, everybody.